Guys, hello, Linda here from ITTT. Hope you are doing well today. Thanks so much for joining today's live stream. And as you can see, today we're talking about, top 8 resources for finding the right teaching destination. That's the topic for today. I hope you're going to enjoy it. It's probably going to take about 30 to 40 minutes. And then as always, at the end, there will be a Q&A part. So you will be able to ask your own questions at that time, but also feel free to just leave your comments as we go. We are live on Facebook and on YouTube at the same time. And if you can see me, if you can hear me, if you are there, please just leave a quick hi in the comment box. That would really mean a lot. And then I can see that somebody is here and I'm not just talking to myself. That would be really nice. Yeah, so just waiting for a couple of more people to join until we can get started. But yes, please don't forget to like and subscribe to ITTT's Facebook and YouTube and all our other social media so that you don't miss any of our upcoming lives. That would be really, really good. Hi there. I can see people are here. Hi. Awesome. We go live twice a week. I go live on Thursday/Friday, depending on where you are right now. It's Friday, 10 a.m. for me. Might be still Thursday where you are. And my colleague, Lisa, she goes live every Tuesday, and she's based in Yekaterinburg in Russia. And she's a non-native English speaking teacher, and she shares a lot of really great information for other non-native English speakers, but also native speakers. I learned so much from her. I watched all of her lives, and especially this week, she did a really, really interesting live about a teaching methodology, which was very interesting. And she also usually shares a lot of really great info about teaching ideas and how to create your own lessons and classes and stuff like that. So that's really, really cool. So check her out as well on Tuesdays. Don't miss that. Hi, guys. Hello. Carlos, hello from Punta del Este, Uruguay. Awesome. Hi. Hi, Joe. Hey. Hi, Kazaf. And hello, Juliana. Hi there. Thanks so much for joining today. I'm super excited. I thought this would be another great topic to talk about today because a lot of people, they know they want to go and teach English abroad, but they're not quite sure, what place, what country they should choose. They have a couple of favorites, but they're not quite sure, which one would fit the best to their goals, basically. So that's what we're going to try and answer today. I'm going to give you some resources so that you can answer this question for yourself, basically. So yeah, let me make, I forgot to mention, very important. There is a 30% off discount code. If you've watched our lives before, we only share the 30% off discount codes during the live sessions. So very, very special. You should go and check it out. You can either scan this QR code in the upper right-hand corner at any time during the live session, or also if you watch the replay. Or I'm also going to share with you the direct link. If you cannot scan a QR code, that's no problem. Let me just paste that into the comment box, and then you can just click on that and fill out the application for a course, and then you get 30% off as well. So the link looks like this. It ends with Facebook Live Linda. So that's how you know that that's the 30% off link. You click on that, you fill it out, you get 30% off any Tefl or Esl course from ITTT. And don't miss it. If you're interested in taking a course, this is a great opportunity. It saves you some money. All right, I have my fan on behind me. As you can see, it's pretty hot. It is getting humid here in Korea, and this room where I'm in is kind of sort of my office room, does not have air conditioning. I hope it's not messing up the sound. If you feel like it does, let me know in the comments, and I'm going to try and maybe move the fan or whatever, because I obviously want you to be able to hear me very clearly. So if there's a sound issue, just let me know at any time, okay? All right. Thinking, is there anything else to mention before we jump in? It's always the same intro spiel, but yeah, I think we're good. Are you ready to jump into the topic? I have some iced coffee here. I always need some coffee in the morning. And because it's getting really humid, I like my coffee iced and cold. So that's very refreshing. All right, then, without further ado, let me make myself smaller and the slides a little bit bigger. So, teaching abroad, top 8 resources for finding the right teaching destination. Let's go. First, I always like to introduce myself a little bit. If you don't know me, my name is Linda. I am, on the one side, a travel writer and content creator under the name Linda Goes East. East because I love Asia. I moved east to Asia back in 2012 for the first time, and I've been pretty much in Asia ever since. You can find my own website at lindagoeseast.com. It's a sort of travel blog about different Asian destinations. So if that interests you, specifically South Korea, China, but also other destinations in Asia, check it out. Also on Instagram, I love sharing my content. This is one of my Instagram posts not too long ago. So if you like that kind of stuff, you can check it out on Instagram at Linda Goes East. And yeah, I'm originally from Germany and the US. My mom is German, my dad is American, and I am based in South Korea. I've been here for the past 6 years, and before that, I also lived in China for a little bit. And then on the other side, I'm a Tefl and Esl marketing professional. I'm also a teacher, English teacher, and I also teach German on the side. And I work for ITTT, that stands for International Tefl and Esl Training. You can find ITTT online at www.teflcourse.net and on Instagram at International Tefl Training. And ITTT is a leading Tefl and Esl course provider worldwide. All right. And don't forget the 30% off discount. You can still see it in the corner there. And I'm going to share the link again. This link looks like this. This is the 30% discount link. You can find it in the comment box if you scroll around a little bit. And you can fill out the application and then get a 30% discount. All right. Sounds good. First off, I want to ask you guys, what makes the perfect teaching destination? Just for you, for you personally or in general, to you, what makes the perfect teaching destination? What are some things that when you decide to go abroad to teach, what are you looking at? What are you looking at? What makes the perfect teaching destination? Because there are so many different reasons why people, go abroad to teach and also pick a destination. It really depends on you personally. That's basically what I'm trying to say with this. There's not one, answer to this. There's not one reason. For some people, it's to make money. For some people, it's to experience a new culture. For some people, it's maybe to learn a new language. For some people, it might be to discover their background. There's a lot of different reasons. So let me know what, in your opinion, makes the perfect teaching destination. All right, we have an answer here from AMR. He says a good salary. Okay. All right. So you want to look for a destination where you get a good salary. That's very good. Yeah, that makes sense. Of course, money and salary is very important when we look for a job. Absolutely. Kazaf says, broaden my horizons. Very good. Very good. In what way specifically? Just to experience a new culture, or In what way specifically? Let me know. Carlos says, China would be a perfect place to go and teach English. Why, Carlos? Why, though? Why is it perfect? All right, Kazav says, broaden my horizons, experience a new culture. Awesome. Yeah. Okay. Hi, Nancy. Hi. Nice to see you again. Okay, good. So there are many, many different reasons what makes the perfect teaching destination. So you need to find out what is basically the most important thing to you when you're looking into going abroad to teach and finding a good teaching destination. So it could be, like AMR said, a good salary, or to broaden your horizons, to experience a new culture, to learn a new language, things like that. So that is kind of your starting point. You need to sit down, you need to think about it, why do you want to go abroad? What is like the primary reason? And once you have figured that out, and maybe there's not only one, right? There might be a couple of different reasons. Obviously, the more specific, the more clear you are in what your goal is, what you want to achieve, the better. And the better you will be able to then find the perfect teaching destination for yourself. Okay? So that's where you want to start. So think about this. Where do you want to go? Most people already kind of have an idea of where they want to go, so that's great. If it's, for example, China, somebody said China would be the perfect place. So then once you know, okay, I'm interested in going to China, for example, I'm interested in going to Peru, for example, then you can start looking into those places and reading as much as possible about them, gathering as much information as possible about them, and then seeing if that is really a good fit for you, right? Because some countries might not fit for you, for the culture or the weather or whatever it may be. So that's what you need to do from there. So first step, think about what it is that you're trying to do. What is your goal? What kind of destination are you looking for? And then you're taking that and you use the resources that I'm going to talk about now to then sort of check and make sure if that destination is really a good choice for you. Does that make sense? I hope so. All right. And AMR says, a good atmosphere of the place I will work in. Yeah, that's also very important. Very important. All right. Awesome. So I'm going to talk about 8 different reasons today. So let's jump in. Yeah, 8, not reasons, resources. 8 different resources for finding the right teaching destination. So let's start with the first one. First, I think a lot of people actually don't know this. You can actually start right on our homepage at teflcourse.net. We have a lot of different ITTT country guides, and that is the URL. So you can go here, and I'm going to show you that in a minute. But you can go here, and these are examples of our guides. So all the different countries, obviously a lot more than that. We have all different kinds of country guides there. So you can browse through the country that you're interested in and then click on read more, and then it will open up the individual country guide with a lot of different information, tips about culture, the best cities for teachers, cost of living information about weather, about language, all this good stuff. So let me show you right now what that looks like. Let me switch here. How do I do that? I just want to show you real quick what the country guide looks like. Yes. Okay. Okay, so this is the homepage. That's the country guide's main page. Again, here it is this URL. Oh, you can't see the URL. The URL on the slides. Okay, and then you can scroll down. Here it says, below you will find dozens of countries from all corners of the world where there are plenty of good opportunities for teaching EFL. click on the countries that interest you to access a wide range of travel tips, country facts, and other useful information. So that's what we're going to do. What country guide should we click on, guys? The first comment, who comments with a country, I'm going to click on that. We pretty much have every country, pretty much. So let me know which one you want me to click on. The first commenter, comment box, I'm going to click on that. A lot of different guides. Okay, China. Perfect. Thank you, Carlos. All right, let's do China. Here. So then it says a small like blurb here. So China is without a doubt the largest market in the world for teaching English as a foreign language. With over 300 million English learners across the country, including children, adults, and business professionals, the variety of EFL positions in China is truly astounding. All right, read more. So let's check that out. Okay. All right. So then you can find a collection of different infographics, different information about China. Might be a little too small to read right now, but check it out later. Visa requirements, also travel guide, food, what food you should eat, the weather, what's the weather like. As you can see, because China is so huge, they have a lot of different regions. The weather is very different in many different parts. Top places to visit, do's and don'ts, very important. Also, a lot of other like cultural quirks here. WeChat, unusual Chinese customs, very important so you make a good impression when you go to the country that you want to go to. So those are all those. This is an example of one of our country guides, China. And as you can see, let me go back again. We have this for pretty much really every country under the sun that you can imagine, pretty much. So you can navigate here and then pick the one that interests you the most and then check it out. So this is really an endless list of countries. Literally, pretty much any country. All right, good. That was that. Let me go back to my slides. All right, so again, this is here. teflcourse.net/teach-travel-abroad-tips. This is where you can find the country guides, and that's a really good resource to check out directly from ITTT if you're interested in figuring out your teaching destination. Okay. Next one, also another ITTT resource, is our FAQ library. And there's actually, I mentioned the FAQs quite a lot during my live sessions because it's such a good resource to check out. So this is this website, so teflcourse.net/FAQ, this one, FAQ. And here you find like answers to questions like, can I get a work visa to teach English in the Czech Republic? How do I apply for a student visa to legally teach English in France? How is teaching English in Asia different from teaching English in Latin America? How to save money while teaching abroad? What documents do I need? And so much more. There's really a lot of answers. But if you don't like reading and you rather listen to the information, we also have the Tefl videos, the video FAQ. This is where you can find the video FAQ. That's basically the same information from the normal FAQ page, but in video format so that you can just listen to it. Because a lot of people, they don't want to read through all the information. They rather listen to it. So that's another great way. So you can pop in your earphones and then just listen to the information. That's another great way. And yeah, so also if you have a question, feel free to ask right now in the comment box. Feel free to ask at the Q&A section at the end, or if you're watching this as a replay and you have a question, the FAQ section is a great place to head to and to check out, and also find information about teaching destinations. That's why I'm mentioning it. So in terms of where are the highest salaries for teaching, how to get a work visa, and things like that. So the FAQ library on our website is another really, really good resource that you can check out. All right. The third one, of course, books and magazines. Books and magazines. Old school, but still, a great resource. On the one hand, I put some books like travel guides, so stuff like that. And I actually wanted to show you one of mine. Hold on. This one. Also, this is a German one. Yeah. So for example, I have this guide, which is Korea. I'm just gonna make myself bigger now. So the Korea travel guide, and those are really, really nice to have. They're from many different brands. This is Lonely Planet. This one's Lonely Planet. This one's Voters Travel. This one, I don't even know brand, but it looks really nice. They had these are all from Amazon. You can find them on Amazon, and they have a look in the book section. So this country guide actually looked really, really cool. But anyway, so if you take this as an example, for example, this has 97 maps. There's like information about 32 national parks, 27 festivals and events, all this kind of information. And it's usually split up by region, which is really nice. So by province, like that. So if you apply for a job and the job offer is in Gyeonggi-do, for example, in Korea, you can head to your travel guide and check out where is Gyeonggi-do, what's in Gyeonggi-do, and you can see all the cool things that you can see, best places to stay, when to go. That's the weather information. I mean, you know what travel guides look like, but still, I just love them, and you can, read them. They have so much information. I just really, even though I do really like online resources, I just really like having an actual book in your hands. It's really nice. And you can mark things, you can highlight things. Here also looking for other travel resources, get the right guide. So I like books like this. Those are really, really convenient. If you want to really learn a little bit more about the country that you're going to, for example. And also magazines. So magazines like this, Condé Nast Traveler, National Geographic Traveler, or Travel and Leisure. Those are great for getting inspiration, maybe for a teaching destination. One of the covers, it's too small now, but one of them was like the best places to travel to in 2021, things like that. So you can get that for inspiration. More information about countries as well, and why they're worth visiting, and hidden places and stuff like that. So, all right, we have a question here that I want to answer real quick. Matur asks, how can teach English abroad as a non-native English teacher? Yes, you can. Of course you can. And that's actually where I would recommend you watching one of my colleague Lisa's live sessions, because she's a non-native English teacher and she's worked in China, and she is now back in Russia, where she teaches mostly online and very successfully. So check her out. She goes live every Tuesday. You can find her live sessions also in our playlist. We always keep our live sessions in our playlists on Facebook and also on YouTube, so check that out. But yeah, there's actually many destinations where also non-native English teachers can find work, and China is one of them. And I did a live session about different countries before, so you can check that out. And I think Lisa has a lot of different live sessions about non-native English teachers and how to how to find a job and how to advance in your career, how to get a better resume, what you can do to stand out from the crowd, basically. So I recommend checking that out. Okay. Good. Then let's move on to number 4. This one is a really, really important one, actually. So one of the resources how you can find a teaching destination and do research about it are online forums and Facebook groups, for example. And if you've watched my lives before, I love Facebook groups. I mention them quite a lot. And if you do a quick search, I don't know if you can see this well now. It might be a little small, but English Teachers in, you type that in Facebook into the search bar, and you can see how many different groups there are. English teachers in Korea, English teachers in Peru, English teachers in Busan, English teachers in Bogota, English teachers in Barcelona, in Poland, in Hong Kong, and so on. So those are some of the biggest groups right here, and you can join them. So for Mature, I recommend you join non-native English teachers, this group. And look how big. There's 12,000 members in there and around 4 posts a day. So that's how you can check if this is a good group or not. You need to check how many members does it have and how active is the group. So they post average 4 times a day, which is pretty active. So that's a good group for you to join. And then you just click on here, right? And you can join the group. Or, for example, English teachers in Hong Kong. They have almost 6,000 members, and they post an average 2 times a day. So those are really good groups that you should join if you're interested in, learning more about what it's like teaching in a specific destination. And here we have a blue arrow because I'm a member of this group, Esl Teachers in Korea, 12,000 members. And they're also pretty active. They post pretty much every day. Here's another very active group, English Teachers in Peru. As you can see, they post 10 posts a day on average. And they have 17,000 members. And those groups are great because you can ask questions and get answers from people who are currently teaching in the country that you want to go teach in. There's also, typically, you can also ask for sort of legal advice in those groups. If a school sends you a contract and then you read through the contract and something maybe is a little bit weird or suspicious, you can go to one of those groups and ask them and write, I just got a teaching contract and it says this and this and this in the contract. Is this normal in Peru? Is this normal in Hong Kong? Is this okay? And usually people are very, very helpful and try to, help new teachers in their country. Okay. There is more. So those groups I also mentioned before in a live session. Those are specifically for women. Amazing groups. So as you can see, this group, Girls Love Travel. So not so much teaching related, but there's a lot of people who are teaching English in those groups, and they have 1.1 million members. So this is a huge group. So if you're a woman interested in going abroad, this is a really good group to join. With 1.1 million members, you can always find somebody who's in a place where you want to go and ask them questions. They're always super chill, and they also love meeting up and making friends. So that's a really good group to join. And another one that's kind of similar is this one. This one's called Solo Female Travelers, group for women who travel solo, and they have around 80,000 members, also a very, very big group. They're also very active, lots of information for safety tips, and you can ask in the group, hey, I'm moving to Hong Kong, what is it like? Is it safe? Is it good for solo? If I'm going there solo, what can I do? Or even if you are already teaching abroad and you're looking, to travel around, maybe you can find a travel buddy, things like that, and useful information for solo travel. So that's why I really recommend those two groups for girls, women. Join those. And also there is groups that you can join that are basically expat groups. So for example, expat women in Korea, there's a group, and there's probably expat women in Hong Kong, expat women in God knows who or God knows where, everywhere. Every expat in Korea. So if you're looking for like expat, you can look in the search bar, you can put expats in, and then fill in, the country or the city that you're interested in, and you can join that group. So here we also have expats Hunan. That's where I used to live, in Hunan province in China. Young expats in China, expats in Korea, expats Hunan. Every expat in Korea. Expat groups are another really great way to connect with people and to find information about your desired teaching destination. All right, we have another question from Mathieu. Let me look at that. Thanks for answering my question. Do I need any course to complete to teach English abroad as a non-native English teacher? Yeah, so obviously, and especially if you want to go to China, where non-native English teachers really like to go, for China, you do need a Tefl or a TESOL certificate. It is a requirement to get that work visa in China. And also overall, a Tefl or TESOL certificate is always recommended when going abroad to teach, for non-native speakers, but also native English speakers. And then since you are a non-native English speaker, some kind of English proficiency certification is always a really good idea. And my colleague Lisa, she knows a lot more about that, and she's actually preparing to get one of the highest courses or certificates for English proficiency. But the typical ones are like IELTS, TEFL, or any kind of Cambridge certificate. I think it's called CPE. So yeah, if you're interested in that, check out Lisa and ask her. She has a lot more information about that. Okay, moving on to resource. Oh, there's more. I forgot. So this was Facebook. And then another thing I wanted to mention is Quora. Quora, now you can ask questions on Quora. If you don't know what Quora is, it's kind of like Yahoo Answers, but like a modern version. So you ask questions and people can answer. But Quora now also has spaces, which is basically kind of like groups. So you can find different spaces and join them as well and get information there. So for example, Teaching English Abroad space, South Korea space, Seoul, Let's Learn Japanese, Peking Duck, 21st Century Teachers. All those are basically different kinds of groups that you can join. And as you can see, they also have a lot of members. Look at Peking Duck. I always want to say Beijing. Peking Duck. Almost 750,000 followers and 13 new posts a day. Here, the South Korea group has 26 new posts a week. So those are really good groups. And they have those spaces now for pretty much any topic or country and place. So also check out Quora. That's a really good resource as well. Okay, yeah. Now we're moving on to number 5. Another great resource from ITTT, also on our website, are the ITTT alumni experiences. And you can check them out here. This is the link. So it's basically on our blog. You can also just head to teflcourse.net/blog, and you'll find a lot of different blog posts written by our ITTT alumni who share their experiences. So for example, we have blog posts about teaching English in Hong Kong. What options are there? 5 things teaching English in China taught me. The life of an ESL teacher in Hong Kong, for example. So we always really like to keep in touch with our grads, our ITTT alumni, and have them share their experiences on our blog. for others, for people like you. And I think not a lot of you guys are aware that we have this blog on our website. So do check that out. It's a great resource. And if you are an ITTT course graduate and you would like to share some of your stories, let me know. We are always looking for guest bloggers, and we do give away free courses in exchange for blog posts as an incentive. And if you want to hear more about that, you can just reach out to me directly, and then we can talk about that. I can give you more information. All right, another great question. Thank you, Matthew. He asks, is there any age limit to teach English abroad as a non-native English teacher? So when it comes to age limits, they typically don't distinguish non-native and native English speaker. Excuse me. The age limit would be the same for both kinds of teachers. There are some countries that have age limits, and I know specifically China, I think their age limit is 60, or it used to be 60. So if you're older than 60, it can be a little bit of a problem to find a school. But even when I was in China, I knew a few teachers who were actually over 60 and they were still teaching there. So yeah, and I think Korea also has, I think it's 65 here. So the age limits are very high. Unless you're really over 60, there's typically nothing to worry about. All right. Good. Then we're moving on to number 6. Really good one, expat blogs, right? Travel blogs or expat blogs are some of the best resources for finding the perfect teaching destination. And here are some blogs that I've listed here that I would recommend. Obviously, the first one is my own blog, lindagoeast.com. Then we have ginabeersblog.com. Gina is actually a good friend of mine, and she's also a ITTT alumni. She taught English under the JET program for 3 years in Japan, in Okinawa. And then she moved to South Korea and taught English there with EPIC, the EPIC program, for 5.5 years. And now she actually moved back to the US. Then we have lifeofbrit.com, Brittany. Brittany, I actually did a live session with Brittany before, if you've seen that, maybe. But Brittany, she also taught English in South Korea. She taught in Vietnam. She also has a lot of like different solo travel content, a lot of teaching information on her blog. And she currently lives in Germany and goes to university there to pursue her master's degree. Then we have Globetrotting Peanuts. Those are also, we might actually do a live session. Those are 2 sisters. They from Australia, and they're currently teaching English in Japan. And I asked them if they would like to come on a live session with me. And we're just kind of trying to figure out a good time. But they live in Tokyo. I think they both work for the JET program. And they're just the sweetest. So if you're interested in Japan, go check out their blog. They're also ITTT alumni, as is Brit. And then also Goats on the Road. That's a couple. And they also taught English in so many different countries. They also ITTT course grads. And I think they shifted now to pretty much full-time blogging, which is really awesome. So, and I think they also share tips on how you can do like online work full-time, like digital nomads and stuff like that. So that's really, really awesome. And then on the right side, I just want to mention those 2 TikTokers. They're also ITTT grads. Some of you might know Patrick. He lives in Japan as well. And I also did a live session with Patrick before about teaching in Japan. So if you're interested, if you want to know more, you can check that out. And then also James. He is another one of our ITTT grads, and he lives and teaches English in South Korea. And those TikToks from both of them are so interesting and funny, and they really kind of showcase what it's like teaching in Japan or in Korea. So I highly recommend you check that out if you're interested. And yeah, any of those other blogs I highly recommend it. And usually you can also feel free to just email any of those bloggers, me included. We're always eager to get to know you and share information and help you guys out. So don't be afraid to reach out. Okay. Then another great resource, ESL job boards and recruitment agencies. And I mentioned that before in another live session, but we have ITTT, we have worked with a range of different ESL job boards and recruiters for many, many years. And those are the ones that we work with over here. So those are also really great resources when you're looking for a teaching destination, especially because they know exactly, where's the demand right now, which cities, which parts of the country are in high demand. And also you can show them your resume and they're honest with you and exactly tell you, yeah, this is, what you can do with your background, with your certifications, with your qualifications. And they, because they are obviously market experts, right, in that field. So yeah. Oh, I forgot to actually mention that website. There's a website where you can check them out. Where is that? Let me share that. 1 second. Here. You can find a whole list of our partners, those recruitment partners, right here on this site, teflcourse.net/EFL-ESL-jobs. This is where all our recruitment partners and job board partners are listed, and you can reach out to them and you can let them know that you're looking for a teaching position in a specific country. And they can also provide you with more information also about salaries, current salaries, current information, maybe with COVID, things that you need to know, and especially where the demand is and things like that. So, all right. Then we're moving on to the very last one now. Last point, ITTT advisors, okay? So we at ITTT, our entire team, we have all lived and worked abroad in different countries. We have taught English abroad. We know exactly what you guys are going through. And you can contact us by phone, for example. You can WhatsApp us. You can contact us. We have a Contact Us page right here. And email, Facebook, Instagram. You can also reach out to me personally on Instagram at Linda Goes East. Our email address, courses@tsol-tefl.com. You can reach out to us if you have any questions. We would love to speak with you personally and figure out what destination might be the perfect choice for you, given your background and your qualifications and your goals, all of that. So that's another great resource. Don't hesitate to reach out. We would love to speak with you. All right. All right, another question from Mathieu. How actually is an non-native English teacher treated in China, Korea, Russia, or any other English-speaking countries? Do they prefer native speakers? All right. So I don't know about Russia. I've never taught in Russia. I've never been to Russia, sadly. China and Korea. In Korea, actually, most English teachers are native speakers because of the visa requirements. But there are some non-native English speakers as well, and they are hired and they are treated the same as native English speakers from what I know. And in China, actually, I highly recommend, there was a live that Lisa did with one of her friends who is currently teaching English in China, and they talk a lot about that. And there's another live that I did with Lisa that was probably last year, maybe November or December. You can go back in the playlist, and we talk about the differences between a native English teacher and a non-native English teacher. So I highly recommend you check that out because Lisa mentions a lot of these differences. And basically it depends on like where you're looking for. But China, as we said, China is so huge and they have a huge demand all over the country. So some schools, especially more rural, outside of the big well-known cities like Beijing or Shanghai, places like that, they're actually more looking for non-native English teachers. Because they don't, typically native English speakers, they do earn more money in China, unfortunately. And so the smaller schools outside of the cities, they don't have that budget and they prefer hiring non-native English teachers. But I'm not sure how they are treated. I would say they are not treated any differently. And but reach out to Lisa because she has a lot more information about that. All right. Good. All right. And then Q&A. Let's start the Q&A session. I also just want to mention again that the 30% off link, I'm just going to share it again for people who might have missed it. Let me put it again into the comment box here. So with this link, you can get a 30% discount any Tefl or TESOL course from ITTT. So if you're interested in taking a Tefl course, do that. 30% off. Like I said, we only share the 30% discounts during our live session, so that's very special. All right, and then if you have any question, before I sign off, I'll be here for another couple of minutes, and I'm here to answer your questions, anything that you might want to know about teaching, about different countries, TEFL. I'm here. I'm listening. I'm ready. Let me know. If not, that's okay too. You can go to our FAQ section, FAQ page. Teflcourse.net/FAQ. I always wait a little bit because there is a delay on Facebook between me talking and then when you see it. It's about a 20-30 second delay, which is quite long. So sometimes I ask a question and I need to wait 30 seconds for you guys to be able to answer. So I don't want to take away anybody's opportunity if they want to ask a question. Feel free. There are no stupid questions. Feel free to ask away. Yeah, or any other like suggestions. If you have topic suggestions for our other live sessions, they're always welcome. I'm always trying to figure out, oh, what's a good topic to talk about next. So if there's something that interests you, let me know. I can create a live session around that topic. And yeah, you can always watch the replay as well. All right, we have a question here from Fithri. Do they concern about teachers' age? Yeah, so we had a similar question about the age limit. It depends on where you go. Typically, the age limit is around 60 in a lot of places. So if you're older than 60, it might be a little bit more difficult. But other than that, there's no real age concern. So not really. It depends, where you want to go and what kind of school you want to work at. Sometimes it says some schools, especially for children, they prefer like more younger teachers because they think younger teachers have more energy, but then they prefer more older teachers for teaching adults, for example. So it really depends. I think the most important thing are your qualifications, your English level if you're a non-native English speaker, and also your nationality, oftentimes in terms of, for the work visa, because it depends on your nationality, what kind of visa you can get and how maybe difficult the process is and things like that. But age is not that of a priority in most cases. Great. Awesome. what did I want to say? Yeah, you can always watch the replay. You can also, I forgot to mention that, download our live session episodes as podcast episodes. We do have a podcast on all major podcast platforms like Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple, iTunes. You can search for the Tefl and Esl podcast by ITTT. And you can find all episodes in there if you prefer listening to podcasts instead. All right, how about the religion? They don't really care. Well, I guess it depends where, but typically they don't really ask about, I've never been asked about my religion in a job interview for teaching English abroad. Of course, if you want to teach at maybe like a Christian school, they would ask you. And they typically, I think in those kinds of job offers, they would state like similar values or something is preferred or something like that. But typically, even like, especially in China, they don't have religion classes. And I don't think in Korea either. So they typically don't ask about religion. Not that I've ever experienced, to be honest. So I'm not 100% sure. It might depend on the country, where you want to go to. But yeah. Good question. Good question. That's a good topic. Would be interesting to learn more about that, actually. But yeah, I never had any issues with that. And I was never asked about my religion for a teaching job interview. All right. Good. Then I'm just going to give it one more minute if you want to ask a question. Okay. Fitri says, I have CELTA certificate, but I got it in 2008. Do I need to refresh it? I'm not too familiar with CELTA certificates. I know that our Tefl and Esl certificates, they never expire, our certificates, but I'm not sure about CELTA. You would have to contact maybe the institute where you get your CELTA from and make sure and ask them again. I'm not sure. All right. Thank you so much for asking all your questions. It's awesome. If you have any questions after this live, feel free to just email me, reach out to me on Instagram, or just leave a comment. If you watch like the replay, we get back to all comments, even if they happen after the live. So don't worry about that. Or check out the FAQ section, teflcourse.net/FAQ. You can find a lot of answers there. And you can always contact us, like I said here in this slide. Contact us. We're here for you. We would love to have a chat with you and help you figure out which course is the right one for you, or, to find the perfect teaching destination where you want to go. So thank you. Thanks a lot. I appreciate it. Wish you all the best. Thank you. Same to you. Thank you so much for watching. All right. Then I think I'm going to sign off. This was really fun today. Thank you so much for joining. I hope you found something interesting today. Sometimes there might not be something in there in the live session for everyone, but I hope you still learned something new today. You found maybe a new Facebook group to join that can help you with your teaching journey. So I really hope that you found something useful today. And if you have any topic suggestion for our live sessions in the future, feel free to let me know. And I go live every week at the same time. So if you have time next week, I would love for you to join and be here again. I always love exchanging information with you guys. And I hope you are going to have a fantastic weekend. Stay safe. And I hope to see you again in a week. Let me know what you thought about today's live session. You can leave a comment. You can let me know. And yeah, then I'm just going to sign off today. And I hope to see you again. Thank you so much.